to Major Oren Rozner, who's part of the Israeli search and rescue mission. He is live with us in Kahramanmaras. You know, it's chilling when you look at the area. I mean, we're all focused right now on where you are, but we look at these fault lines throughout this region. You know, it's unsettled. I'm sure people there, as well as people in Israel, are looking and wondering, you know, is this done, or are we going to see more earthquakes? You probably feel the aftershocks there on a daily basis.
Yes, so we feel along the day the aftershocks, and always after a big earthquake there is some aftershocks, sometimes hundreds of aftershocks, and it's very dangerous. But I'm a construction engineer as part of the Israeli delegation, and my job is to take care of the safety of the rescuers while they work inside the sites, the research and rescue sites. So if there is earthquake or something happened, they're still safe, and we still can work forward to rescue the people that inside.
You know, Oren, here's a question for you. You're an engineer. In many of these areas, people, you know, I think we just saw in Kahramanmaras, on one street, you'll see a building collapsed completely, and right next to it is the exact same building, its twin, still standing. What accounts for why something like that would fall and its twin does not?
There can be many differences. The year of the building, the place of the building, the soil that the building is on, many different things can make it happen, but this is the effect. Some of the buildings fall and some not. And it's happened in every earthquake.
You know, after something like this, people are worried to go back inside their homes. There are a lot of people that are going to be homeless for some time. I mean, temporary shelters are being set up all over the place. But to assess a building for habitability after an earthquake, how long a process is that?
So the process is long. You need to assess each and one building of the building that's still standing. Usually what we do as Israeli team, construction engineers get inside the building, check the main concrete walls and columns and beams, and then we decide if the building is still safe or not. Sometimes the building is safe, but we need to do some recoveries before people can go in, so the process takes a long time.
Give us some of your experiences. When did you arrive in Kahramanmaras, and what has your team been able to do?
So the Israeli delegation arrived 4 days ago. We are about 400 people. We have two search and rescue teams, and a field hospital that we built here to help the Turkish people. I'm part of one of the search and rescue teams, and we work all over the area in different buildings, and we rescue 18 alive people already.
You know what, Oren? We have seen hour after hour, person after person come out of that rubble on day 5. Is it surprising that so many people are making it out of there at this point?
So it's running after time. The time is crucial. At the first hours and the first days, there is more percentage that we find people that still alive, and along the days, this it's going down. It's less chances to find live people. But I can tell you, the Israeli delegation in Haiti a few years ago,
right,
rescue a live person 7 days after the earthquake.
I remember that. I was covering that, and I remember your teams being there as well. Okay, so tell us, you're in a building, you're on top of the building. You want to see if anybody could be in there alive. What are the first steps that you take?
So the first step is to see what areas are safe that we can go inside the building. To search inside, we choose safe areas that we can go inside, to do drills with camera and to put in cameras to see if people are inside. And if we see someone or hear someone, we making a plan of how to get inside this room or this area, and we execute the plan and rescue the person.
Realistically, how sensitive is the equipment that they're using? And is that equipment able to tell you with some degree of accuracy where a live person could be?
So the most accurate tools are our ears and cameras that we can see the person. But we have also have dogs, and we also hear the people on the street, because sometimes they hear people inside the gravels, and then we come and recheck it, and we go inside, if even 20 meters if need, inside the building, if we are sure for 100% there is a live person.
You know, many of the rescues that we've seen, they pull the people out. We don't know what we're going to see. We don't know how badly injured they're going to be. Many of them seem to be in pretty good condition. It's really remarkable. Is that also what your team is finding as you're able to reach these people?
So when we reach the people, the first step after reaching the person is to send the doctor checking the person, and in most cases we understand the situation, the health situation of this person, and then we know if we can work and how to work, and if we need to work faster or we can work slower but more safety. And then we do the plan how to rescue the person, and we execute the plan.
When you find these people, what do they say to you?
It's changed. Some of the people cry, some of the people screaming, some of the people think they badly hurt because they feel bad. They laying for 4 or 5 days on the back or on the side, so the body start to hurt. So they always talk about the hurt, and they're asking, I'm going to be out. And when we're there, we give them hope. We're telling them it's just a few hours and you will be back in the hospital, and after you can see your family. So when we arrive to them, we not stop speaking to them and give them hope.
You know, as the days go by, as an engineer, how much settling of these collapses can we expect to see? Or you know, what the viewer sees from the outside is an unmoving pile of rubble. But in fact, is there movement still going on in there?
Yes, I can tell you that today we entered the tunnel we built all night of 25 meters inside the building. And this morning, me and my commander was inside this tunnel, 20 meters inside the building, and was aftershock. And we felt that the ceiling is going a few millimeters down on us, and we rush out of the building very, very fast. And we're safe and secure, but it's really, really dangerous when you're inside and there's a aftershock. This is why always we have outside of the tunnel a person that, if needs, call us and tell us go out fast.
Oren, this is incredible. Your team had to tunnel 25 meters into the wreckage. How did you even detect that a person was that deep inside the building?
So you need to open walls, you need to open beams, and you always assess what is the next step. We work step by step. We do a step, and then we decide what is the next step. In many cases, it's hard to know what is the right thing to do, but this is why each team have a construction engineer that go first inside, understand what he sees, and decide what is the next right step to do.
But to tunnel 25 meters into a pile of rubble, what equipment are you even using to make that tunnel?
It's changed, because sometimes you need to open a concrete ceiling or concrete wall, and then you need more heavy machine. and sometimes you need to open a sofa, so you need more lighter equipment and lighter tools. So it's changed. Every time it's different. We go inside, we understand what we need to open and where we want to go, and then we decide what tools to use. And each room we getting inside, we look about the walls, the ceramics, the furnitures, and we ask the people that live in the building that now outside these ceramics are which room it is from, this furniture, who live in this room, and we learn the building while moving inside.
Okay, so in this particular case, I'm curious, to dig that far in, how long did it take? And were you able to use heavier equipment like drilling equipment, or are we talking bucket by bucket, just pulling debris out of there?
As I said, it changed. We can work with, even if it's more heavily tools, we know how to work with them easy and hard. So each step we decide if we can do something that it's more faster, but can break things, and sometimes dangerous. But I see that we have other walls that can hold this ceiling, for example, so it's okay. And sometimes it's too dangerous. Then we walk more slow, walk more easily. So it depends. It really depends.
So at the end of that 25-meter tunnel, what and who did you find? Were they okay?
Yes. So I was part of the team yesterday, and we walked 6 hours to build this tunnel, and we rescue a father and a daughter, and they're both okay, and they got to the hospital really fast. It was really hard, but they're okay now. We saved lives.
Oren Rozner, absolutely incredible, the work that you and your team are doing, and the world commends you for it. Thanks.